If you're starting a cleaning business and thinking, how do I actually get my first paying clients, then today's video is for you. I'm going to go into the top 5 marketing channels that I would focus on to get my first 10 cleaning clients, even if I was starting from ground zero. So let's jump into it. So first of all, set up your Google business profile. So this is the social profile that Google allows you to create as a business. Within your Google business profile, you can put your photos, your any videos, you can fill out the services that you provide, obviously the name of your business, the locations you serve, your contact details. But importantly, this is where your reviews are collected. This is where you can showcase the quality of your service to other people. Obviously, if you're starting from nothing, you don't have any reviews in the first place. But what you need to realize is as the business grows and people come across your company, many of them will jump onto Google to see if there are any reviews out there to check out what other people have said about you. So what you need to do is first of all, set up your Google business profile. And then to get your first group of reviews, I would go in and clean for friends and family and get them to leave some reviews for you. Get your first 10 reviews, and then once you get to that position, you're in a great stage. So really setting up your Google business profile, getting those reviews is the first point of call. So next, friends and family. So don't underestimate the value of your friends and family, particularly at the beginning of growing your cleaning business. You know, these guys will be the cheerleaders for your business. They will tell their friends, their family members about your next new and exciting venture. And what I would be doing is, rather than sending out a blast message to all my friends and family, I would be messaging them individually, asking them, do they know their friend? Do they know any friends or family that are looking for cleaning companies, or maybe they're not happy with cleaning companies, and whether you might be able to offer an option for them. So this is a great first step, because effectively your friend or family member is vouching for you with that new potential client. And a really good other thing to do is to set up like a bonus scheme for them. So tell them, if your friend David, you can give David a coupon code like David20, and you can tell your friend that, if he shares that David20 coupon code with his friends and family, that they would get $20 off their first cleaning, and then you might give David some money as well. And the reason why this is great is that, you don't need to pay that out until that client has actually booked service with you. And also it gives them, your friend a little incentive if they needed one to sort of get the word out there. So friends and family, don't underestimate, the value of this group. So if you're interested in some of the things that I'm talking about in the video so far, have a look at my top 20 marketing channels for cleaning businesses guide. This is a completely free guide that you can download. I'll leave a link in the description below. Let's jump on to number 3. So number 3 is Facebook. So in particular, the Facebook groups can be a goldmine of potential opportunities. And I talk about this on a number of other videos on my channel. So no matter where you're based around the country or around the world, there will be local Facebook groups, particularly parents groups or mums and dads groups, where people are asking on a regular basis for recommendations for cleaning companies. So being a parent myself, I know, the household can get dirty, untidy, and you need help with keeping on top of things. So what you'll find is that in many of these groups, people will post, any recommendations for cleaning companies. And if you can be in those groups and getting tagged by other members, or if you can respond to those posts and say that you run a cleaning business and you work with local families in the area, this can be a really great source of potential traffic for you. So in exactly the same way that you might use a referral code for your friends and family, you could also add a specific group code for that particular Facebook group. So let's say you're in a Chicago Mums group, and you can say, okay, yes, we work with local families in the area. This is the link to our website. This coupon code, Chicago Mums Facebook 20 might give you $20 off your first cleaning. That gives them a little incentive, a little discount to try your services, but importantly, it also allows you to track how effective this channel is, because what you'll find is if you're using different codes for different groups, you might find out that you're getting more leads and more bookings from one particular group and maybe nothing from the other. And that way you know where to focus your time and efforts. So the Facebook groups are a really, really great thing to be doing. Apply to join these groups. There'll probably be some questions there that you need to answer. They don't tend to be public groups, but you can say that you're a local cleaning business, you work with local families in the area. You want to make sure that you're not pitching your services all the time. If you see a post, then you can respond to it. So a good thing to be doing is every day or every couple of days, searching for those groups in your area where you are a member and just looking to see if there's been any people asking about, cleaning company recommendations. So number 4 is local outreach. So this is really where we are initiating contact, getting in touch with local businesses or organizations, and basically finding out if they are interested in what we do. So there's a couple of groups within local outreach which I think are a great way to focus your time at the beginning. So first of all, exploring partnerships with other service businesses. So what do I mean by that? So, let's say you're a house cleaning business, but you don't do carpet cleaning or you don't do window cleaning. So what you could do is you could contact the local carpet cleaners, the local window cleaners in your area that don't do general house cleaning. And, you can be sure that there's probably a very good overlap with their client base with your potential clients that would be interested in house cleaning. So you could then go into those companies and say, would you be interested in working together, some sort of referral partnership? If you promoted our house cleaning business to your clients, whether it's through an email or a text message or whatever it is, and any clients that are referred from your business to mine will pay you a referral bonus. It could be $20. Exactly the same way as the last couple of points, you can give that referral partner a specific coupon code. So Angela's carpet cleaners, you could say, okay, if you use the code Angela20, you can get $20 off your first cleaning. Angela, your cleaning business partner, can share that with her client base. If the clients use that code, which clients have booked directly from her referrals, and then you can also at the end of each month pay her for all these bookings as well. So the referral partnership can work really well. What you'll find is that you don't need many partners working with you to suddenly start getting a consistent number of leads each month. Really the way you want to be pitching it to your partner is that it's really a no-brainer. If there's money to be made through referrals, they don't offer that specific service themselves, so why wouldn't they suggest your business to theirs as well as getting some money? So it is a bit of a numbers game. Obviously not every single potential partner you're going to be getting in touch with will want to get started. But even if you say contact 20, 30 businesses and you only get 1 or 2 partners, that is still a very consistent stream of leads. And you'll find that, over the years, when you look at the aggregate numbers, the volumes of leads and clients that you can get from these sources can be really, really significant. And as your business gets up and running, you can reciprocate that. So you can start promoting, your window cleaning partner services to your house cleaning clients as well. So you can get this mutually beneficial two-way relationship, and it can work, really, really well. The other side of local outreach I think is really worth exploring for new business owners is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is obviously the business social network. But the reason why I like LinkedIn is that it very easily allows you to find specific businesses, the specific business owner of those businesses in your particular area. So let's say, for example, you wanted to contact all the window cleaning businesses in your area, you could use LinkedIn search tool. You could type in, job title. It could be company, it could be, window cleaners, and it could be your location. Let's say it's Chicago, and it will come up with a list of all those people that run or own a window cleaning business in Chicago. And you can see those person's details, you can see their name, with LinkedIn's messaging tool, you can get in touch with them. But it also helps with your, any other outreach you do. Let's say you decide to give them a call or send them an email, by having the name of that particular business owner in there, this really, really helps with your outreach. So LinkedIn is a really, really effective tool. You want to make sure that on your LinkedIn social profile, you talk about your cleaning services, what you do, so that when you then message these potential people that you find on LinkedIn, that they can, go and check you out. And then, from there, you might book a call, you might have a chat with them. And this is a great way to potentially build these referral partnerships. But also, let's say if you are looking to win some commercial clients, you might be able to find local office managers in your area. So that's another way that you could get potential clients as well. So local outreach is really, really effective. You will have more time at the beginning and probably fewer funds. And this is a really great way of getting in front of these groups of people without spending very much money at all. So then number 5 are paid marketing channels. So if you do have a bit of budget to work with, paid advertising will save you time, but obviously you are paying for that savings of time. There are lots and lots of different ways that you can invest in paid marketing. There's offline channels like flyering or putting an ad in a local newspaper. There are online channels, it could be Google ads, Facebook ads, Yelp ads. But what I would say is that, you really want to focus on the following online marketing channels. These will be the ones that get you the highest return on investment. So first of all, Google Local Service Ads. Google Local Service Ads is Google's pay-per-lead platform. So to apply to that platform, you need to have your Google business profile in place. As I talked about in that first step, you need to have a minimum of 5 reviews. It'll take a couple of weeks to get approved because they'll run a quick background check on you. So that's why getting that Google business profile in at the beginning is so important. But once you're approved, you can tell Google, I'm interested in getting phone calls or quote requests from people in these particular areas of my city or location. And then Google will redirect those calls to you and they will charge you a dollar amount. The reason why I like Google LSA is, there's no real minimum budget that you need to use. You can even start with, say, $100, $200 a week. And then you can start getting leads. Obviously, once you've spent that, you're not going to get any more leads. But, it's a really great way to get started at the beginning. And I still believe that, Google is really the number one place to look for cleaning clients. People 9 times out of 10 will still go to Google as their first point of call. The intent is there. So if you get a lead through Google, that person is pretty clear that they want to book service straight away. And that's not the case with, say, some of the other social media paid channels like Meta ads or Instagram or TikTok. So Google Local Service Ads is really good. If you've got a bit more budget, I would probably say $1,000 a month or more, then it's worth looking at Google Ads. Google Ads is different to Google Local Service Ads. So Google Ads is, Google's advertising platform that they've used for the last 20 or 30 years. And this is where you can say to Google, if someone searches for these particular keywords, let's say it's maid service Chicago or best house cleaners near me. If they search for these particular keywords, I want our ads to show up. And then if someone sees the ad and clicks on our ad, Google will then charge us a set dollar amount for that click. Once that person clicks the ad, they'll either go to a landing page or our website, and then it's obviously over to the website to try and convert as many of those clicks to phone calls, and then obviously booking those clients off those calls. So Google Ads does require a bit of a bigger budget. It's a data platform. The way it works is that we see which keywords are converting. So the more data we have, the better the machine operates. So going in with a low budget, say 500 or lower, you'll feel that you're not really getting much momentum. So local service ads is great because you can start with a lower budget. Google Ads needs a bit more of a budget. So I tend to tell people, if you do have some marketing budget, start off with LSA and then add in Google Ads once you can start investing that $1,000+ a month as well. And then the third group are the other pay-per-lead sites. So Bark.com, Thumbtack are the two that I would suggest. And these work similar to Google local service ads. You sign up to these websites, and once you've signed up, you can see all the leads that are coming in real time. So this particular person is looking for a weekly service in this particular zip code. And you can then opt to purchase that lead, and by buying that lead, you get that person's contact details, you get their email address, you get their phone number, and then you can follow up with them to try and close them. The difference and the downside with Bark and Thumbtack as opposed to local service ads is that same lead will get sold to multiple cleaning companies. So often a complaint I hear from people is that some people will just compare your price with another cleaning company's price and, invariably go for the cheaper one. So yes, this can happen, but the flip side to that is that if you call that client very quickly, so that you're the first company to speak to them, and you really have a great conversation, you talk about why your services are a premium, why your prices are higher to reflect that, then you have a very good chance of closing that client as well. But certainly when I look at local service ads versus Bark and Thumbtack, I would say Bark and Thumbtack are slightly less interesting than LSA. But again, if you're looking to get more clients quickly, I would certainly be putting in money into Bark and Thumbtack as well. Angie's List, or Angie as it's been rebranded, runs a similar model, but the difference is that they will often get you to try to sign up to like a 6 or 12 month contract. Bark and Thumbtack are genuine pay-as-you-go, so you just need to you see what it would cost to buy that particular lead, and then you can purchase it. You're not paying any ongoing monthly costs. So I prefer Bark and Thumbtack to Angie because you've got that flexibility. You're not locked into a long-term contract. So these 5 channels would be where I would focus my time and energy to get my first 10 clients. I think, in reality, as I said, there's lots of marketing channels out there, but 9 times out of 10, I think you will end up figuring out, how do I advertise more on Google? Whether it's running Google ads, local service ads, or local SEO. And I think if you are wanting to grow a large and profitable cleaning business, then you want to have your Google marketing campaign fully dialed in. So in this next video, I'm going to introduce you to what I call the Google domination strategy. It talks about how to run effective campaigns across all those 3 channels on Google, and it will allow you to maximize your visibility on page 1, get as many leads as you can, and ultimately more book clients and greater revenue. So I'll see you on the next one.